About 20 years ago, a friend of mine, Chris Main, gave me this little pamphlet, and I'm amazed at how impactful it was, changing my viewpoint on something we see all the time and give it little thought. If you said to someone, "My God does great and unsearchable things," and they challenge you back saying, "Oh yeah? Like what?" Would you say, "Like rain"? Would you consider rain as one of those amazing wonders wrought by our mighty God? Consider this. A farmer in the Middle East, far from any lake or stream, with only a few hand-dug wells as their only source to keep the family and animals supplied with water. But in order for those crops to grow and be nourished for food for the community, water has to come from another source. Well, it comes from the sky. Now just ponder this statement for a second. Water will come out of the clear blue sky. Well, not exactly. Water will have to be carried in the sky from the Mediterranean Sea over hundreds and hundreds of miles and then be poured out on the fields from the sky. Carried. How much does it weigh? Hey, ever try to carry 2 5-gallon buckets of water or maybe gasoline? It's extremely heavy. Think about this. If just 1 inch of rain fell on 1 square mile of farmland, that would be 2,323,200 cubic feet of water, which is 17,378,742 gallons of water, which, if my math is correct, is roughly 139 million pounds of water. 139 million pounds just floating along in the sky. How does it get up there? Well, it evaporates from the sea, desalinating itself, by the way, moves hundreds, sometimes thousands of miles across the land and then condenses again to form water, gathering around little microscopic dust particles to form raindrops, which trickles itself onto the crops because if it poured millions of pounds out of the sky directly on the plants, they would be destroyed. So it gently drizzles water out of the sky to nourish those plants. Now, one last point. Those microscopic specks of water, which get heavy enough to fall by coalescence, they collide into each other to join to make bigger raindrops, which needs an electrical field to have, which I won't even go into. But they have to stay aloft longer than when they are merely heavy enough to fall. Otherwise, they would evaporate on the way down, never making it to the ground. Simply amazing. Yes, our God sends rain, a miracle indeed. You might think that this is why I share this with you, but you'd be mistaken. I share this with you today because God works in mysterious, mysterious ways. Remember some 20 years ago, a friend of mine was the vehicle used to deliver that message that impacted me some decades later? I'm here to remind you that God performed miracle after miracle through generation after generation so that you could be here right now, real time, real space, to be a part of what He is doing right now. Even more so than rain, if you hear nothing else I've said, remember only this: you are a great and unsearchable, marvelous miracle from God. I see you.